Prologue. Had I known the expo would force me to face her, I'd have called in sick. Or staged my disappearance. Let my boss organize a search party. I'm Zuri Wanjiku, an engineer and certified defender of one man. Taye, my best friend. My brother in everything but blood. The person who once held my hand through hell. And the man whose heart she shattered into tiny pieces. But today I walked straight into her. Imani Kaveke, the ex who broke him. The woman I swore I would never, ever forgive. The one I have no business meeting. So, what happens when you want someone you shouldn't, someone tied to the one person you'd never betray? Chapter 1. I sensed her before I saw her. I was at the expo entrance, pretending to look for the free snack table, when someone whispered behind me. Kaveke is presenting later. My spine froze. Imani. Taye's Imani. Taye's heartbreak, the one we don't talk about. Great. Perfect. An expo full of architects and ghosts. I marched deeper into the hall, chin up, acting unbothered. Except I was very, very bothered. Not because of her, but because of everything she represented. Drama, secrets, heartbreak, and upper-class entitlement so thick you could build with it. Then I heard it. A laugh. Soft. Smooth. Familiar in a way I didn't like. I turned, and there she was. Imani Kaveke. Looking like she'd walked straight out of one of those fashion magazines I used to flip through in campus, but never actually buy. Her hair was shorter now. Her posture, relaxed. Her expression, brighter. Unfairly so. For a moment, my brain short-circuited. Then the Eastlands girl in me rebooted. Shoulders squared. Chin steady. I was not about to be intimidated by the woman who once made my best friend cry into a plate of samosas. She spotted me. Her face softened. Zuri? Wow, it's been a while. Her voice was warm. Unnecessarily warm. I swallowed. Yeah, a long while. I said. She stepped closer with that calm, rich girl confidence that made me instantly defensive. People with that kind of confidence always have money. Money and options. She asked what I was working on. Genuinely asked. And even worse, genuinely listened. She didn't check her phone. She didn't look over my shoulder. She nodded like my words mattered. That threw me off more than I'd admit. Because the Imani I remembered was sharp. Restless. Always 1 second away from snapping. But this version? Soft? Steady? Quietly magnetic? I didn't know what to do with her. When she complimented one of my online designs, something fluttered, and I crushed it immediately. Blamed it on my low blood sugar, obviously. Her fingers grazed my arm as she handed my tablet back. Just a light, human touch. But my skin remembered. We talked for about 10 minutes. The conversation felt like holding water, slippery, confusing, impossible to categorize. She ruined Taye, I reminded myself. She came from a world of swimming pools and expensive pets. This was harmless. Accidental. Nothing. Someone called her name from across the hall. She smiled at me slow, lingering. It was good seeing you, Zuri. Really. Then she walked away. I exhaled too hard. Embarrassingly so. The hall suddenly felt loud, bright, and full of versions of myself I wasn't prepared to meet. I left as soon as my job was done. Chapter 2. It's past midnight. My block is pretending to be quiet, the kind of fake silence where you can still hear a boda revving up a mile away. I should be asleep. My sketches for tomorrow need some final touches. But all I can hear is her voice. Smooth. Warm. Unnecessary. I flip my pillow. Try the cold side. Nothing. I unlock my phone on autopilot. Tell myself I'm checking my email. Or the group chat. Or the weather. Anything normal. But somehow, I end up on Instagram. Typing her name. This is stupid. Ridiculous. I don't even like her. I despised her from the day she left Taye in pieces and walked away like she felt nothing. At least, that's Taye's version. Did I ever hear Imani's side though? No. Why would I? Villains don't get monologues. But tonight, something won't sit right. Her profile loads. A photo of her at a construction site, sunlight catching her cheekbones. Another, laughing with a client. Another, with architectural sketches behind her. She looks different, more grounded, more real, more present. I slam the phone face down like it just fit me. "This is stupid," I whisper. The phone buzzes just then. A message. From her. "It was good seeing you today," she said. My heart doesn't skip. No, it stumbles. I read it again. Why does all this feel like a secret? Why does it feel like a door I've kept locked just clicked open? I tell myself I won't reply. Chapter 3. By Monday morning, I have made one firm decision. I will not think about Imani. At all. Not her confidence. Not her smile. Definitely not the way my stomach betrayed me every time she said my name. So I bury myself in work. Headphones on. Structural diagrams everywhere. Productivity at maximum. But fate, like Nairobi traffic, has never respected personal space. At 9:14 a.m., my boss calls me in. A new project. A big one. We'll be partnering with a big, city-based architectural firm. I'm buzzing. This is the biggest contract we've landed in years, the full renovation of the Eastlands Community Hall. The place where Taye and I learned to draw crooked superheroes, dodged footballs, and spent half our childhood. But halfway to Upper Hill, something twists in my chest. A warning. A shadow. A feeling that this will be a career-altering project. And then I walk into the glass boardroom. And there she is. Imani. Standing at the head of the table like she owns gravity. Her back straight, braids falling in a perfect sweep, tablet in hand. She's explaining a spatial concept with a confidence that makes the entire room lean in. Even the developer, old enough to be her father, is taking notes. She looks like a lecturer at an architectural masterclass. Sharp. Polished. Dangerous in the way only people who know exactly who they are can be. And my stomach does that flip again. I do not understand my reaction to her. Our structural engineer is here, the developer announces. Imani looks up. Our eyes meet. Something flickers. Recognition, surprise, something buried, then she smooths it away, perfectly professional. Zuri, she says, with a polite nod. Welcome. She says my name like it's just a name. Like it carries no history with the boy who still hasn't healed. I take my seat, open my notebook, and pretend my pulse isn't behaving like a malfunctioning generator. Imani presents like she owns the room. Her voice is smooth, controlled, that soft coastal lilt threaded through every consonant. Her sketches flash onto the screen, arches, rooftop gardens, wide communal spaces. Even my boss looks impressed. I should focus. Instead, I'm watching her hands. The way her fingers glide along the tablet. Precise, confident, effortless. Zuri, she says suddenly, turning toward me. What's your view on reinforcing the north wall? The original structure is compromised. Reasonable question. Unreasonable effect on me. I clear my throat. Yes. Full overhaul. I'll draft alternatives. Her lips quirk, not quite a smile, not mockery either. More like approval wrapped in curiosity. Good, she murmurs. Too warm. Too gentle. Too much. That night, the emails start. First a clarification. Then a thank you. Then an idea she wants my thoughts on. I respond. Then again. And again. Her tone is professional, technically. But there's something underneath it. A softness I haven't earned. A softness she didn't give me in that boardroom. At 10:46 p.m., I realize I'm smiling at her words. At 10:58, I type a message, delete it, and type another. At 12:06, I shut my laptop and stare at the ceiling. This is ridiculous. By Thursday, I'm determined not to engage further. I bury myself in diagrams, drown out the world, avoid thinking about her. My phone buzzes. A text. Unknown number. Hi Zuri. Imani here. Can we meet later today? The developer urgently wants revisions before tomorrow's site visit. It affects your structural plan. My breath hitches. Right. Work. Only work. Another message. I'm near the CBD. Tell me where is convenient. I should say the office. Where witnesses exist. Where rationality exists. Instead, I text. There's a coffee shop beside the National Archives. 5 p.m. Why? Why would I choose soft lighting and intimate corner tables? I am my own worst enemy. The air shifts the moment I see her. Imani is already seated, tablet open, cup of something foam-topped in front of her. Cream blazer. Wide-leg trousers. Loose curls grazing her cheek. She looks like a fully funded architectural dream. She looks up. Smiles. My ribs tighten. Zuri, she says softly. Thanks for coming. I sit, praying she can't hear my heartbeat from across the table. She turns the tablet toward me. The sponsors want expanded youth workshop areas. More open space. More load adjustments. All real. All urgent. But the way she explains it, leaning in, voice low, eyes locked on me, turns the practical into something else. You grew up here, she says. You understand this site in ways I don't. I trust your instincts. The words land too heavily. We can do it, I manage. I'll redo the SketchUp. I figured. She says, smiling. Warm. Warmer than her emails. Warmer than anything she has any right showing me. I wanted to say that in person, she adds. It felt too important for text. Right. Work. So why does it feel like she pulled my chair out on a date? A silence settles, thick, charged. I look at her. She looks at me. Suddenly we are no longer discussing renovation plans. Suddenly I am aware of her perfume. Of our knees almost touching. Of her gaze lingering on my mouth for one dangerous second too long. I sip my coffee. Break the moment. Barely. Let's get through the revisions, I say. But something invisible has already threaded between us. We debate. Challenge each other. Push and pull over design choices. It sparks. She argues for an open-air mezzanine. I counter with wind-load numbers. She pushes for flow. I hold the line on stability. The back and forth is electric. At one point, she leans in, tapping my diagram. Her fingers brush mine. We freeze. A fraction of a second. A tiny, meaningless touch. Yet it feels like a match strike. She pulls back slowly. I pull back too fast. Her lips twitch. Zuri, she murmurs, amused, voice low. I'm not trying to intimidate you. You're not intimidating me, I lie, boldly and poorly. Her eyes soften. Good. That good trails down my spine like unwelcome electricity. And then it happens. The waiter brings refills. Sets the mugs down. I slide mine closer. Imani watches me. Not the coffee. Not the sketches. Me. I'm glad we're working together, she says quietly. You challenge me. In a refreshing way. My brain stutters. This is a professional collaboration. Yes. A small, knowing smile. Before I can answer, my phone buzzes. A message from Taye. Can we talk? Something feels off about this project. About her. And about you. My chest caves in. Imani notices. Is everything okay? Yeah. I lie. Just work. She studies my face too long, like she's trying to read whatever I'm trying to hide. We finalize the plan. Pack up. Stand. She hesitates, just for a heartbeat, like she wants to say something bigger, deeper, heavier. Instead, she says, see you tomorrow, Zuri. My name sinks low in her voice. And then she's gone, leaving me with cold coffee, revised sketches, and a heart pounding too loudly for something that was supposed to be strictly professional. A meeting that shouldn't have happened. And one I absolutely cannot tell Taye about. Walking home, the world feels tilted. Like my body is moving, but the rest of me stayed behind in that cafe seat. My hands feel strange. My chest too tight. My thoughts sprinting in circles. I keep replaying it. Her voice. Her eyes. Her kindness. That tiny accidental touch that felt anything but accidental. None of this is normal. I stop under a jacaranda tree, purple petals soft under my feet, and the truth rises, uninvited, undeniable. I didn't know what that moment meant. But my body did. And it terrifies me. Chapter 4. The next morning's site visit is worse. Much worse. God, this place, I whisper. Imani steps up beside me. You grew up here. Not a question. A muscle jumps in my jaw. Yeah. She doesn't look at the building. She looks at me with an intensity that I don't know how to receive. Like she's studying not the building but me, the girl who lived in its shadow. We walk inside. Our footsteps echo. The air smells like old timber and nostalgia. I'm thinking of opening up this section, she says, pointing at a load-bearing wall. No, that compromises stability, I say without thinking. She turns, eyebrow raised. And if I redesign the internal support? We'd still need to. She steps closer. Too close. I can smell her perfume, something soft, like citrus and sea breeze. My mouth goes dry. Her voice drops, low, quiet. My heartbeat stumbles. She says softly, "Show me," handing me her tablet. I grab my tablet and pull up the structural scan. She leans over my shoulder, warm and steady and entirely too present. "This beam is the issue," I murmur, tapping the screen. "If we redistribute load here." Her breath grazes my ear. "You're good at this." My heart stutters. I step back so fast I nearly trip. Imani catches me by the waist, steadying me with a soft touch. My entire body short-circuits. I step back so fast I almost trip. Imani straightens, steadies me by the waist, tilting her head slightly. "Did I?" she begins. "No," I blurt. "I'm just warm." "Warm? Really, Zuri?" She bites back a smile. I pretend not to see. My phone buzzes. A message from Taye. He texts, "You didn't tell me you'd already seen her." I freeze. Because this is the friend who shared exams, heartbreaks, and matata rides with me since we were kids. The friend she once dated. The wound we never fully talked about. A second message arrives. A photo. Someone took pictures of the site visit. I'm in the background. Imani is turned toward me. The angle looks intimate. Too intimate. I didn't realize how close we were standing. Another message from Taye. "Zuri, don't let her get in your head." Not like she did with me. My stomach twists. Guilt? Fear? Something else? Something I don't dare name? I text back, "I won't." I set my phone down. The lie settles heavily in my chest. Because something is happening. Something I can't explain. Something I don't have a name for. And I know, undeniably, painfully, that I'm lying. Hello, my dear Sapphics. Thank you for sticking around till the end. This marks the end of part 1. Join me for part 2, where one small moment pushes everything out of hiding. If you're enjoying this story, please subscribe to make sure you do not miss out on part 2. It's how you help this small African channel keep telling the love stories we're not supposed to tell. See you in the next chapter.